I want you to picture this. You're still eating the way you always have, still making an effort to stay active, but one day you look in the mirror and the number on the scale has crept up. Your clothes feel a little tighter and you can't quite figure out why. You ask yourself, what did I do wrong? But the answer isn't as simple as eating less or exercising more. Behind it could be a complex story of hormones, sleep stress, vitamin levels, and subtle changes in your body that we often overlook. I've been a doctor for over 30 years, and I've heard hundreds of stories like this from people in their 50s and 60s. Each has their own unique journey, but they share one thing in common. They all wish they had known sooner the things I'm about to share with you today. If you've ever felt confused about your weight or noticed your health shifting in ways you didn't expect, then I'd like you to stay with me for a few minutes. Together, we'll open the door to the secret language of your body to understand what's really happening, and most importantly, how you can regain the balance you truly deserve. I want to start today with a small story. Not long ago, a woman in her 50s came to see me. She said, "Doctor, I haven't been eating any more than before, but my weight keeps going up. Everyone says I must be lazy, but I know that's not true." When I ran some tests, we discovered the main reason was a hormonal change, specifically her thyroid hormones. Have you ever felt like this? Your body suddenly starts changing in ways you just can't explain. Sometimes we think weight gain is all about diet or exercise, but in reality, there are quiet conversations happening inside your body between your hormones, and when one of them gets out of balance, your body responds. Thyroid hormones are like the speed regulator of your metabolism. When they slow down, your body burns less energy and stores more fat even if you're eating the same as before. I've seen many people, like my patient, they're not slacking off or living unhealthily. It's just that their bodies are sending signals they haven't quite noticed yet. What I want you to remember is this weight gain isn't always your fault. Sometimes it's a gentle nudge from your body telling you to listen, get checked, and find the root cause. And who knows, with just a little adjustment to your hormonal rhythm, your body might rediscover the balance it's meant to have. I've seen this happen over and over again throughout my years of practice. When life gets stressful, whether from work, family, or the endless little worries we carry, people often turn to food as a temporary comfort. One of my male patients, 62 years old, once said, "Doctor, every time I feel stressed, I find myself standing in front of the fridge as if it holds the answers to all my problems." Have you ever felt that way? When your mind is tired, a sweet pastry, a bag of chips, or a cold ice cream suddenly becomes a comforting friend. The irony is these choices are usually packed with sugar and unhealthy fats, and over time, they contribute to weight gain. From a medical perspective, stress triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that helps your body respond to urgent situations. But when stress is chronic, cortisol increases cravings for sweets and carbs, while also promoting fat storage, especially around the belly. The key is to recognize the link between your emotions and your eating habits. If you can pause for a moment, take a deep breath, sip some water, or take a short walk before reaching for food, you might be surprised at how much more control you actually have. Your body is always sending signals. Sometimes we just mishear them as the call of a chocolate bar. I often tell my patients that getting an annual health checkup is like taking your car in for regular maintenance. You wouldn't wait until the engine breaks down to pop the hood right. The body works the same way. It needs gentle, regular check-ins to catch subtle changes before they turn into bigger problems. I remember a 58-year-old patient, healthy and active, who thought she didn't need a checkup because there's nothing to worry about. When she finally agreed to a routine exam, we discovered her thyroid was underactive and her vitamin D levels were very low. She said, "If I hadn't come in, I'd probably still think my fatigue was just aging." Just a few months of adjustments, and she felt energized and vibrant again. A routine checkup isn't just about blood tests or measuring blood pressure. It's an opportunity to talk with your doctor, ask questions, and plan how to care for yourself. Numbers like hormone levels, vitamin status, blood sugar, and cholesterol are like a map showing where your body stands on its health journey. And here's what I want you to remember. Don't wait until symptoms appear to get checked. Health is something we protect through proactive care, not something we fix only when it bursts into crisis. I've met so many people who think of sleep as just resting, but in reality, it's the time when your body carries out a host of essential repair and regulatory processes. When you lose sleep or your rest is fragmented due to stress, your brain and hormones don't get enough time to recalibrate. One of my patients, James, 65 years old, told me, "I've been sleeping less because of work and family pressures, and I didn't expect my belly to expand so much in just a few months." When we checked, his nighttime cortisol levels were elevated, not only making it harder for him to sleep, but also promoting fat storage, especially around the abdomen. Science shows that poor sleep lowers leptin, the hormone that signals satiety, and raises ghrelin, the hormone that signals hunger, making you crave food the next day. At the same time, your metabolism slows down, turning excess energy into stored fat. If you want to improve your weight and overall health, start by caring for your sleep. Create a consistent sleep routine. Turn off electronic devices at least 30 minutes before bed, and give yourself a calm, dark, cool space to rest. Sometimes what your body needs most isn't another diet plan. It's a full, deep, and peaceful night's sleep. I still remember one autumn afternoon, a woman in her 50s sat across from me, her eyes heavy with fatigue. She said, "Doctor, I just don't feel excited about the things I used to love. Every day feels so heavy, and I just want to lie still." As we talked, I realized the root of her struggle wasn't just physical tiredness, it was long-term stress leading to depression. Stress can be like a thin fog. At first, it seems harmless, but as it lingers day after day, month after month, the light of joy slowly dims. Life events, the loss of a loved one, job changes, or strained relationships can become silent shocks, shaking the mind and emotions. What's important to understand is that anxiety and depression don't just affect your mental state. They have direct impacts on your physical health. They can disrupt sleep, lead to irregular eating, reduce activity levels, and over time affect weight. I want you to know that feeling this way is not a sign of weakness or lack of willpower. It's a natural response of the body and mind to pressure. And just like any health issue, support is available from doctors, family, friends, or community groups to help you regain balance and, most importantly, reconnect with yourself. I've always believed that the human body is made to move. You don't need complicated workouts or to run a marathon. Just consistent daily movement can make a real difference. Whether it's walking, swimming, or a few gentle yoga stretches, your body releases endorphins, the happy hormones that soothe stress and stabilize your mood. I remember a 59-year-old patient who had spent nearly his entire life working in an office. He told me, "Doctor, I never thought I'd exercise, but when I started walking 20 minutes each morning, I slept better and my weight stabilized." That's a clear testament to the power of movement for both physical and mental health. From a scientific perspective, regular physical activity helps regulate insulin, lower cortisol levels, and improve cellular sensitivity to hormones, all of which support weight control. It also boosts circulation, ensuring that your organs receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to function efficiently. The best part is you don't need to start big. A stroll around the block, some gardening, or even dancing to your favorite song can be a great first step. The key is to make movement a natural part of your life, a daily gift you give to yourself. I often tell my patients that vitamin D isn't just the bone vitamin many people think it is. It's more like a small key that unlocks a whole series of doors in the body, from the immune system and muscle function to energy metabolism. A 55-year-old female patient came to me feeling constantly fatigued and struggling to manage her weight. When we ran tests, her vitamin D levels were far below the recommended range. After supplementing appropriately and adding some gentle outdoor activity, just a few months later, she said, Not only do I feel lighter in weight, but my mood is brighter and I sleep so much better. Science shows that vitamin D influences leptin, the hormone that tells your brain you're full. Without enough vitamin D, that signal can get disrupted, making it easier to overeat. It also helps regulate insulin function, reducing the risk of storing excess fat. The wonderful thing is, you don't have to rely solely on food or supplements. Spending a few minutes outdoors in the early morning sun can provide your body with natural vitamin D. Let that gentle sunlight touch your skin. It's a free, priceless gift from nature for both your health and your body. I often tell my patients that health numbers are like a mirror reflecting what's happening inside your body. You can see gray hairs or a few wrinkles in the mirror, but blood sugar, cholesterol, and fat levels are the quiet strokes that the eye can't detect. One 60-year-old male patient came in simply because he felt a bit tired. His tests showed pre-diabetic blood sugar levels and elevated LDL, the bad cholesterol. Interestingly, he didn't eat excessive sugar, but he lived under near constant stress from work. That prolonged high cortisol contributed to metabolic disruption, pushing those numbers upward. When we catch these changes, early adjustments become much easier, maybe tweaking the diet, adding movement, or improving sleep habits. Left unchecked, they can silently progress into heart disease, diabetes, or obesity. I want you to think of checking your metabolic markers like a regular conversation with your body. It helps you understand if you're on the right track or need adjustments, so every step on your health journey is steady and safe. And if you've made it this far, I believe you're like me, wanting to live well, embrace each day fully, and keep both your body and mind in their best shape. Every story and piece of advice shared today isn't just medical knowledge. It's real experience distilled from decades of working with people in your age group. I want to ask you, what part of this video made you think the most? Was it the story about hormones, the impact of stress, or the importance of sleep and vitamin D? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Who knows, your experience might inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with friends and family who are also looking to improve their health and manage their weight. Health is the most precious gift we have, and when we share it, its value multiplies many times over. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll explore more fascinating secrets of the body and living a healthy, vibrant life.